If you're not in a good spot, hopefully this will put a little smile on your face. I'm gutted that I'm not over in Pittsburgh at the moment joining folks for AGDQ this year, but I'm honored that I'm one of the few remote runners who get to bring a little bit of magic in from overseas. Now, I've done a couple of runs in the past on GDQs, all on the Sega family of consoles. Had one on the 32X, well, two on the 32X, God forbid, and one on the Game Gear, but we're trading that for the Sony family of consoles. You can already see that we're in for quite a treat with this game. This is the opening FMV. I was just saying with my commentator, I really hope that it lines up when we get pulled in for the run. And lo and behold, we have. So I'm Hib. I am, of course, just across the water from the US. I'm in GB, but not the GB that's joining me. GB, do you want to say hi? Is that what you do?
Hi. I am GB Says Hi. I also run this game. Hib was probably one of the people that introduced me to it. It's a fantastic game. I can't wait to get to see what gets shown here.
Awesome. Now, before we get into it, I don't suppose I can call over to my host. What are the third and fourth digits in terms of our donation total at the moment? Because we have a choice of a number that we can put on the back of Mr. Domino. So I'm curious to hear what that is.
Third and fourth.
Yeah, so what are we on hundreds and thousands?
We are 601,000 out of our 1,021,644 total.
Very good. Well done so far, everybody. That means that our Mr. Domino here has some braids and a tail or something else. You can read into it as much as you want to. But we should probably get things underway. I am going to get started. We'll explain why we're not using fast during the run. But yeah, we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
So this game requires quite a bit of focus. Immediately when we start, Hib's going to be holding up on the controller to sprint. And he is not gonna let go. We gotta go fast here.
Exactly.
These boosters right here to speed us up even more, and we're gonna be placing dominoes down and try to line up the dominoes to fall on top of these switches. There's these hint tiles, which are the flashing red tiles, or where that chain will continue. So we're gonna do a circle here, hit the first domino, and we're going to start a chain of dominoes just like it is in real life. And Hib did a great job here and got all of them in one go, called a full combo.
Thank God. It's, the controls are kind of finicky, especially vanilla. You're expected to try and do everything on a PlayStation 1 controller D-pad. If anybody's played a platform with one of those, you might realize, oh yeah, that's kind of tough. But fortunately, you can switch over your left and right to the shoulder buttons, which I think added some longevity onto my fingers, because that was tough. But we're already through the first stage. We're onto the second stage. I believe we've called on people to bring some snacks because, we've gone shopping here. But I'm sure if you're in Pittsburgh and you didn't bring any snacks with you, if you look around, I'm sure there'll be some crackers nearby. We are trying to get a big combo whilst we go through past all these products. We've got some instant noodles here. We took a bunk there. I think I'm going to restart that one. That's a bit unfortunate.
Stage 2 introduces a bunch of cycles. Any boosters you skip or out of wide turns that are taken are usually taken to make sure we hit the most optimal cycle on some of this stuff. These are some pretty tight cycles, especially when you get to the high level of this game. And this turn right here is very difficult, and Hib just got it.
Yeah, that's much tighter. This game is very unforgiving. Have we even mentioned the dead zones in this game?
Yes. So this game is very inconsistent with everything except the dead zones. The dead zones are quite consistent and are in the same place every time you play the game. And it's usually this roughly 8-frame window of the game will not accept any inputs during it, but if you have an input directly before it, it will double the input. So you have a lot of problems with going too far or not going at all.
So we didn't get the full combo here, which is unfortunate. We just had one miss, but that means that we can come back up here. We've seen some popcorn go off. We've seen some super noodles that look kind of out of date, so the mushrooms have grown up. Exploding tuna, and then a curry that will make you scream. That is shop till you drop. Another goofy stage. Now, the one that we're going on to now, Grandpa's in the House, is we're not going to go for the speed strategy for this as such. I'm going to be going for the full combo in this one, which leaves me with very few dominoes to play with. If I'm lucky, I have one spare one at the end out of the 127, so I've got to place all of these very, very precisely. But it's all worth it for a little interaction we get near the end. So a little tight movement at the start so that we don't get bonked by the car, and then this is where I'm going to go and focus.
Every stage, you're given a set amount of dominoes, and once you reach that amount, you cannot place any more until you knock down the previous dominoes, and then you get those back, and you can continue placing. The full combo here unlocks a special animation for one of these switches that we'll be hitting. It is one of the very few in the game that has a unique full combo animation, and it is probably one of the best animations in the game, at least in my opinion.
For sure.
Let's see here.
We got it.
And he got
with
it.
one left
with
as
one
well.
to spare too.
Oh no!
Oh no.
That's a restart button, which means that we restart the level. So
Yes.
everything that I just placed has gone. So we've got to do that all again.
So
Which is
these are the trick tiles. They will reset the entire stage. They will also reset any already activated switches. They are the bane of this run.
they really are. Oh, that's a stinker, but gives us another chance to try and get it. Whilst I'm trying to get it this time, I'm going to call out to my host, Ufi. Is there anything that you'd like to mention in this little short interval?
Oh, I have so much love coming in for you. So much love coming in for this run. I have a $100 donation from Murby that says, had to throw one more donation in while Hibby's playing this classic. Such a great guy who knows his stuff and even helped me with a tech check once. Here's to a great run.
Thank you, Murby. All right, we are now onto the interactions. So this is what we've all got that build up for. So poor dad woke up from a sleep, gets punched in the face. Mum's cooking up in the kitchen, cooking up a bomb of a meal. Literally. I think
It is a small joke that Mr. Domino is a hitman, slowly taking out people.
Yeah, going out through the garden, we managed to avoid the cat. Probably a joke that hasn't aged particularly well, but poor teddy bear likes what he sees. We are now on through the bathroom, very not health and safety at all. And then this is the one that we have deliberately done this full combo for. Let's just take a moment and let Grandpa cook. Let him do his thing. He's unlocked his third eye, and he is a swole guy. So I recently ran this at UKSG. Here is a little 3D printed version of Grandpa. Shout outs to Infinity Gene for that, and my little army of dominoes that I've got.
So that animation
We let him cook,
there
yes,
is
chef.
very
Yes, chef.
long, and actually it was found, I wouldn't say too long ago, maybe a year and a half ago, that if you do not do a full combo there, it saves roughly 10 to 12 seconds. I can't remember exactly, but it's actually one of the, not doing a full combo is faster.
Yeah. So you will have seen, shock horror, I wasn't actually holding forward for the start of this stage because we want to make a cycle with those little like drawbridge things, which we did make. No, I don't want to do that. So we did miss a combo here, which is unfortunate, but that means that we get to see one that's much more interesting as a result. So we place that one there, and we're just going to keep on going here. I think I'm going to call out to Ophelia again, if there are any other things that you'd like to.
Oh, I've got so much. I have a $20 donation from Big the Dave that says, "Mr. Domino can't go slow. Hurry up."
Thank you, Dave.
I also have a $50 donation from Yes, You Love Me. And it says, "Good luck on going fast on slow mode. No one can stop Hibnotix."
Thank you, PS. All right, we are taking a alternate route here because this actually helps us get to the combo that we want to hit a little bit earlier, which is nice. Wait, which way am I going? I'm going this way, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
Ooh, glad I did that.
Yeah, I only told him about that earlier, so it's pretty exciting that he got that first try.
Nice. So we get to see one of the interactions that we usually wouldn't see in a run. Usually instead of that, we'd see this kid nailing a sick flip off a swing. But that one's kind of dramatic as well. So, you know, why not? Why not see a little bit of that?
Yeah, stage 4 and stage 5 introduce alternative paths that you can take, and it introduces more switches than you're required to hit. You can look into the top left corner. There are, circles, and those are the required amount of switches you have to hit before you're allowed to go to the next stage. And Hib just hit a very difficult start to stage 5. Very reset heavy part for me.
Not risking the booster there.
This is another very hard part coming up here. I have to hit a very quick movement back and forth, and he gets it.
I'm gonna try going this way. Nah, never mind. I'm probably gonna get taken out by this. Yeah, there we go. I just, for the life of me, can't remember that cycle anymore. So we take a little bit of a hit there, but thank goodness this is one that I do not need to, as long as I don't hit that restart pad. I don't need to try and do it again. Whoa, what a relief.
This is one of the longest stages in the game. It takes a very long time to just do a full circle, and then the animations themselves are also very long.
So yeah, it's all fairground rides doing their thing. Happy 2025. We've got some fireworks going. And I'm sure we've got more fireworks going on when it comes to donations and messages. Ophelia, hello again.
Oh, I will keep saying there is a lot of love coming in for you, Hib. There is so much love. I have a $25 donation from HUD601 that says, "No one can stop Mr. Hibnotix. Congratulations once again, showcasing a relic on the GDQ stage. Good luck and Godspeed from all of your friends at Club 601. Less than 3.
Thank you, Club 601. We got time for another.
I have another one about Club 601. I have a $10 donation from Cowboy Knuckles that says, "Love to Hib from Club 601 and the Nux gang. Less than 3.
Amen. Thank you, folks. Well, that was the last combo of that one. We have stopped the Fun Park Massive from being fun. We have turned off everything in this theme park. And yeah, that's how we wrap up that one. We are now onto the last stage already. This stage is 3 acts within one, which they get... No, the middle stage is probably the toughest of the 3 of them. So I'm going to try and set up a combo in a particular way. And in fact, GB instructed me of something that would make it quicker, you know, just minutes before the run. So very grateful for the knowledge that he has put into this game. And you can explain it, because we just come up to it.
Yes, I recently updated the task for this game, and I found a few optimizations with this stage in particular, where by placing the domino directly on the booster there, you're able to immediately start the boost after the combo is done, and you spend as minimal time as possible walking or running and not a boost speed.
Okay, I missed a placement at the start of this, but That's all right. I'm going to have to be doing a lap round here anyway. RIP to that lady.
It's reconfirmed into the hitman of Mr. Domino.
Yeah, none of these pedestrians are safe. Like we can knock into all of them, and I'm not joking. So we've got to go around and do this combo, which is a little bit unfortunate. Problem is with this one, we haven't seen it in any stage yet, which is nice. Is that we have stamina. So I'm gonna have to RIP Crosshair. I'm gonna have to try and keep up my health, as it were. So they're little like health-licking blocks, which just give us a little boost. We're bonking a little bit too much for my liking right now.
You have a set amount of stamina per stage, and it's constantly draining, and you're able to refresh some of it back every time you step on one of these tiles. Something about the Japanese version of this game is those health tiles do not go away after you step on them. The US version, they disappear and you're only allowed to step on them once. There are also a few differences between the US and Japanese version. The US is slightly faster, but not enough to truly make a difference between them.
So this is what we were mentioning about stamina. I need to get this one there.
A little close here.
I think as long as we're making it up here, we should be
good.
fine. And we are coming up on time. That is us almost wrapped up. Glad that we managed to do this first try. Not as optimally, not as clean looking as it can be, but certainly nothing to shake a stick at. And of course, the end run, the run ends with a bird doing a poop, and time is going to be in about 3, 2, 1, time. Oh. There we go. We made it to the end. One thing that we didn't mention, but we will see once it's gone through all of the different combos that I got here, is that the game will say, "Oh, you were the best in a particular region." Of course, I can't speak
One says
Japanese, so I don't know.
the best in the country right now. All depends on the score that you receive for the stage, depending on how many combos you got, and how long you were running and whatnot. It goes, the best you can possibly get is best in the universe. And something I forgot to mention is there are multiple characters that you can play as, and to unlock the fastest one, you must get best in the US on all 6 stages and unlock the alien Domino. It is a very small difference, saves only about 12 seconds across the run.
But he is very quick. So we're going to pop in AGDQ and we're going to find out. No one can stop Mr. Domino. Is this really true? Well, we've made it to the top of the building, and Mr. Domino decides, I am the only one who can stop me. So he decides it's his time to fall off. It's his time to return to just a regular old Domino. This lady with some big-ass wooden clogs goes into the void, picks up this little guy and thinking, I'm going to treasure this guy for the rest of my life. And that is the emotional ending of No One Can Stop Mr. Domino. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in and catching this run. This was on backup a long, long time ago. And again, I'll keep on saying it. As much as I would have loved to be over in America showing this for you lot, I'm delighted that I can do it from here, from the comfort of my home. Makes life a lot easier for me, but it means that I can't go and see my friends. So yeah, really, really appreciate this opportunity. Thank you to GDQ. Thank you to GDQ Hotfix. I'm delighted to say that I can, I'm on staff for Games Done Quick for the Hotfix side of things. So if you ever need a tech check, book on early Fridays and Sundays, and you might get me. Shout out to all the Hotfix crew. They are great. Shout outs to all the runners of this game. Folks that have gone before me in Gaia and Super Mega Dav. And then as well as Thalilols, Sarvets, Sim, GB, of course, Sharky, and recently, who we can wave to on the Japanese restream, Runner Saru, who did a run just the other day. And we got it up on the board. Another Japanese copy of the game, Runner, as it were. I haven't mentioned another runner because he gets his own little highlight. Breakdown did 2 runs of this on GDQs in the past, which showed more people this game and probably inspired some more people to run it. So shout outs to him, shout outs to Spike Stuff, who made the initial task for this game that, as we've heard, GB has been optimizing as well, making more of it. And then, yeah, shout outs to the PlayStation Nation, all the other communities who've been rocking up in donations, Chungus Heroes, Catholicism Zone, I can't speak the real name of that anymore. And yeah, I mentioned the PlayStation Nation. Do stick around for the mystery tournament, because that is going to be later on today. Kane and Joester and Caveman are going to be rocking that. I'm sorry I've been talking over this music because it's so good, but I had so many donations that I needed to whittle through. So folks, do keep the donations coming in. Prevent Cancer Foundation, they're good people. It's a charity that's close to my heart as somebody who's had somebody in family who's been going through it. And yeah, just shout outs to you. Everybody in their own uniqueness and specialness. You bring so much to the world. So thank you for being here, and thank you for watching. GV, are there any closing words that you'd like to say?
No. I would kind of like to point out at the end of the US credits, they are a little bit different. It has a fun little comment of no dominoes were harmed in the making of this video game. I'd like to remind you all of this. We are no dominoes.